back in the day, I remember him because he, when we were having our little spat with Fresh and Fit, he was the one who put out pictures of a woman claiming it was Preach's wife and it wasn't, and then set the whole doxing campaign after her. Okay, he's been exposed dozens of times as a scammer, as a career criminal.
Yeah, we hear. Preach, you see that placard right over your left shoulder? You're in jeopardy of losing everything, brother, because of the man that's standing right next to you on that creaky-ass wooden floor. My guy, it's time to actually open your mouth. I was going to say like your little peckerwood, but that's your rival, right? Or are you part of the pecker? What gang are you in? Are you still a prospect? Yeah, we're going to dive into nuance today. And just like the Andrew Tate hit pieces, anything or anyone that Abba has a personal vendetta, if he has a personal vendetta or feels personally slighted by somebody and they make a video, it can never be objective. And it's ruining their channel's credibility. Let me show you why. Take a look.
He's also the guy from the video where he let an 18-year-old play him and basically fuck with him for years while he was 35 years old. It was one of the most pathetic displays ever. Remember that one?
I started paralegal school when I was 31 years old, and there's this hot 19-year-old in my class. We took a shine to each other immediately, right? It was a great relationship. We spent every day together, blah, 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 blah. She was 19 years old who had a 6-year-old, which means what class? She had her child at 13. The baby daddy was in prison at the time we were dating. She left her account open on my computer on Facebook. I scrolled through, saw all kinds of stuff, drove to her place. I said, I want you to be honest with me. Have you cheated on me? I wanted her to lie to me. And I wanted her to lie to me so I could just keep up the delusion. She said, honestly, yes. That is the worst emotional pain I've ever felt in my life. To this day, I never will. Dude, I went to her bathroom, I puked, ripped off the necklace. This story gets so much worse.
How old were you?
I was 31.
At 31 years of age, you got played by a 19-year-old.
Now, we know that Abba does the editing, right? You really put the freeze frame, zoom in, close-up shot with this line of reasoning? Because we know that Drake has recently fell head over heels for teenagers, or 20, 19, 20, 21, 22, these young teeny bops. They don't have nothing to lose. They have nothing to live. I mean, they're barely starting life. Everything is protected. They're happy-go-lucky. They don't care. The emotional. They haven't been through anything. So Donovan, the magnitude of what it meant to him, because he's older, he's seeing the value in her. A 19-year-old isn't going to see the value until she's older. That's why I'm telling you, this story is very, very powerful. And this guy has the irony that this is where you want to put that little freeze frame zoom in, Abba, editor Abba. When Drake, the man that has purchased over $150 million in real estate. Yeah, just alone in real estate, almost 200 mil, is getting played out by the same type of woman in the same age bracket. And that's when you do that face. 1 million subs, huh? 1 million plus? You might want to pass the torch over to that prospect. The prospect on his own channel. That's sad. It might be time to pass the torch, big guy. Rashiki?
She continued cheating on me, right? So I'm always trying to catch her. I lost my job. I lost the place that I was at. I ended up having to live with a couple of her drug addict friends in a quasi crack house. And I kept trying to get back with her. September 16th, baby daddy gets out of prison, okay? Baby daddy gets out of prison. I called her up on September 15th. I said, you know what? I can't do it. I think you still love Ben. I can't do it anymore. Dude, she cried her eyes out. Hung up the phone. I stayed up all night long. I couldn't sleep. So I called her up. I called her up the next day. I was like, hey, meet me at this gas station. Then I called up my brother and I borrowed $800. He gave me $800. I went to the jewelry store. I bought her a ring, proposed to her. During the summer, she lost an exorbitant, she was already a small girl. Yeah. She lost an exorbitant amount of weight. I found out that she was shooting heroin all summer long.
He's also the guy from the proposal video.
That's where we'll freeze frame it. Right here with Abba looking like a chipmunk. I'm not going to keep you guys too long, but this video is a nuanced take on Abba and Preach and the fact that they've lost their substance. They've lost their vision. They are now a hit piece channel. I know I got 1,000 subs, so who am I to critique these big guns? But let me show you how in one video about a red pillar that I didn't even like. They tried to frame a narrative. They tried to make another hit piece. And I've gained so much more respect for Donovan Sharp for actually giving and being vulnerable about a life scenario that is very, very, very telling and can help so many men. Because around the same age, I wasn't 30, I was 23, but I lost a woman in the same form or fashion. I lost a woman to 6th Street in Austin. I lost a woman to a long distance relationship, to go-go dancing, to all the things that if I would have just followed the signs and followed the calls are getting later and later and later at the night, and then they're not coming in at all. When a man is that vulnerable, it is very hard to do because they're going to see you as a weaker man, but then you have to realize I still am that man. But for him to go into that vulnerable state to tell this message, to get this message out to the masses, it shows him as a leader. It shows him to be a very powerful man. And I didn't really have that much respect for Donovan Sharp, but after seeing these clips that Abba and Preach pieced together, this vulnerable side to get this message out there is the strength in the message. And the irony of it all is that these two right here are not vulnerable at all. Preach, you still a prospect, or did you make it to the biker gang, Chief? I see the jacket, I see the prospect patch, but are you all the way through yet? And what gang is that? What gang are you in now? Or what, Abba, are you still dancing with Destiny's wife? Because you were over here making fun of this man for falling for a 19-year-old. You try to riz Destiny's wife. So what are we talking about, my guy? Rashiki? Now, you're going to see something in this video that's very telling. I paused it right here. You see the man's haircut? Yeah, watch how these guys frame a narrative. They frame these hit pieces. They've lost all ability to form an objective thought. They're a hit piece channel. Look at this.
Hey, look at me. I marry me, baby. I pronounce us me and me.
You want to know the irony of this? Right here is this man is a full-fledged narcissist. So when we look in the mirror of you looking in the mirror, trying to cosplay a skit just because you got a fresh cut and a fresh beard lineup, that's the only reason he wanted to film from the back to the front and make this stupid little skit, is to show off a fresh new haircut. This is conjecture. This is disingenuous, and your message is shit. Because you are a narcissist trying to cosplay the narcissist. Remember what I told you guys, vulnerability. This story was very telling. Very telling.
I kept trying to get back with her. September 16th, baby daddy gets out of prison. Okay.
You know why he remembers dates? I don't remember dates anymore because I've actually forced it out of my mind, but he said that the baby daddy gets out. He goes and checks the Facebook. He sees the messages. Guys, what I recommend now is if that thing is open, log it out. Literally, shut the computer down because you just don't want to know. So I have a bunch of texts with girls sending me pictures, sending me all that. My new shorty, I told her straight up, I said, beauty's not going to get you out of mistakes. Your beauty isn't going to get you out of any mistakes. And she said, oh, you know what? I really appreciate that. Thank you. Because it was foreign for her to say that or hear that, because when you're wearing some nice leggings, or you got the makeup popping, or you got that little smile that you can give, or you're wearing the nice lip plumper, you can get away with what you want to get away with. And you know a man that's going to be like, oh, well, you're looking good today, so that's okay. It's all right. I had to set very clear lines in the sand, and she perked up because I've never actually came out and said it like that. Like, look, your beauty's not going to get you out of no mistakes, because she's trying to break free for some things. And, I say this is a different line of defense. Like, if you really want to do some things or go to college or go to cosmetology school, we're not going to say these things. We have to put it into action, or else it's for nothing. And then this whole engagement, this whole us building together is not really building at all. So he said that he checked it. She admitted to the cheating. Now, he said that he, on a whim, drastically went and popped in on her, and she gave him the bad news. I was working on a long distance relationship where I had one of my exes moved to Texas and I lost her like George Strait. That Drake line hit because we're living in Southern California. Everything's good. She's at the Art Institute. She gets a new job in Austin, Texas. And let me tell you, if you have to have a long distance relationship in Austin, Texas, it's over. It's over. 2 weeks in, she takes a go-go dancing job. So what do you think, fellas, when those 2 a.m., oh, I'm done with work calls end up, it becomes a 3:30 and I start thinking things. So I say, you know what? Yeah, nah, I don't want to have my mind playing tricks on me. I'm good. Like I'm going to let you do your thing. When she's working in a damn cage, body glistening, sweating, she sees a guy that she like, body glistening, sweating. What the fuck you think is going to happen? So let me piggyback back to the messenger is open. Fellas, I give my phone to the shorty. There's might be some shit in there. I'm like, if you want to look, you can, but I'm not going to hide my phone. I'm not going to tuck my phone. I'm not going to lie and erase shit. I'm keeping everything in there. If you want to look, you can find. And then you found. Okay, now what? Because you can't stop females from entering your DMs. You know what I'm saying? And if it's in the starting stages of a relationship anyway, if she's not showing you wifey energy, there's no reason why you need to cut anything off.
Okay, so we're just doing salsa or just one?
Yep.
Who the girl?
His wife?
Oh, it's
His wife.
his wife. Destiny's wife. So,
They're lesbians.
yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
And hold on. Now, this is the guy that wants to say Andrew Tate is such a bad guy. Oh, wait, so this is the guy that wants to say Andrew Tate is a bad guy? They got a subliminal little joke going on right here because he's like, yeah, I rizzed this fool's wife. Where's the honor in that? Where's the honor in this, bro? Once I see Destiny face like
Cool.
this,
We're good.
Same love.
I can't even go. We're not even watching that. We're not even gonna watch that. We're gonna watch this one because it's the whole joint. Look. And then they're to be honest, if you was even Destiny's friend or whatever, you see that look on your face, I would have never even got there with one of the homies. You're not even gonna catch me. Because when you guys, what it's happened before. You guys have seen it before. You might be with the homie's with the girl sees you for the first time. The girl can't help but make eye contact and stare for a little bit too much time. You fellas know what I'm talking about. It's a simple thing like when they first see you. If your man is very observant, your man's gonna know that your woman's taking staring a little bit too long with a little bit. The eyes never lie, right? So in the adverse, when you know you're about to pop up on your man's wife or whatever, regardless if they have an open relationship or not, you see the man in a chair slumped out like that, it's bros before hoes. So why wouldn't you look over at Destiny and be like, oh, he's kind of uncomfortable. All right, you know what? We could do this another time. Nigga, you did this on purpose. You know better than Andrew Tate. So I hope this gets out to you, Abba and Preach, because y'all are late. Like the yes man, Preach. You know you're just like that man, Fresh. Preach and Fresh are one and the same. Y'all both can't get y'all shit off because you're getting cucked like Adam 22 cucks Lena. Yeah, Preach, that's you. When you get cut off and you can't get your shit off, when you watch my video and he don't let you get your shit off, and he edits the videos and he slices them and he puts them up on the channel. Oh, that's so hard. You better still be getting your 50, brother. You ain't getting 50. You ain't getting 50, boy.
15th, I said, you know what? I can't do it. I think you still love Ben. I can't do it anymore. Dude, she cried her eyes out. Hung up the phone. I stayed up all night long. I couldn't sleep.
You guys don't think this is a powerful message? Let's break down every little topic just to expand on some of this game, this whatever pill knowledge. We're not going to put ourselves in any kind of pill classification. We are the limitless pill. Understand those facts. So when he explains this little part of the story and she just cries, she don't say anything, guys, realize that is a woman showing the indifference to make him question the tears are her being like, I want to be with him, but I just don't know how to tell you like choosing my baby daddy, and it hurts to have to juggle, but she still wants that outlet just in case the baby daddy is still a jailhouse bird and he still has that kind of mentality. He might go back in, so she still wants that safety net. She still wants that option. Understand, the females, if they are going to drop you, they already have an option ready to go, just right there waiting. They've been already contacted. They've already vetted them. They're ready to go. They're better than us. So this message was very important because he's showing you, he's not breaking it down like we are right here, but those tears were a strategic form of tears. And believe it or not, women's tears, 70% of those tears are strategic tears. Let's go. Let's keep going.
So I called her up. I called her up the next day. I was like, hey, meet me at this gas station. Then I called up my brother and I borrowed $800. He gave me $800. I went to the jewelry store. I bought her a ring, proposed to her. During the summer, she lost an exorbitant, she was already a small girl. Yeah. She lost an exorbitant amount of weight. I found out that she was shooting heroin all summer long.
He's also the guy from the proposal video.
See how they just try to, it's a shock and awe. They don't give any objective thought. Then, oh, this is the guy from the proposal video. What they try to do is they don't give an objective thought like, hey, you know what? Because look at your boy. You see your boy over there? He wants to say something. He kind of reminds me of that other guy that's with Fit or Fresh or whatever. Is he the Fresh or he the Fit? The guy that they're renting that penthouse that's all the way at the top that's costing them way too much money. Yeah, he reminds me of that other guy that y'all make fun of. He doesn't have anything to say. He's just yeah, okay, And when since you run everything, you edit everything, and you cut him off, or when he's doing his thing, we could tell when you kind of, subliminally cut him off. So I already know the power dynamic that he can't even get his shit off. But that's for another day and another time. Power dynamic and the power struggle between the Abba and Preach, where it should be 50%, but is it really 50%? Because he's supposedly doing more. He's stated that he's done more. So, Preach, you getting 50, right? You deserve 50, my guy. You still a prospect, or are you actually are you? Simone? Yeah, because I see you got the leather concealed carry joint like Matlock. One for the mags and one to just come across. Are you crossbody with that thing? You flossing the Matlock joint. I got the same one, but it's uncomfortable. I don't like wearing that one. I like wearing I call it the waist trainer joint. It's way quicker. So the waist trainer joint is my favorite, but the Matlock looks the best when you kind of strip down to just a suit and tie. The sports blazer comes off and then the Matlock is showing. I see you, but I want to know, are you actually affiliated now, or are you a runt still? Fill us in. Why don't you wear the jacket? Are you not wearing the jacket because you're not let us see the back of the jacket at least. Vulnerability. We don't know anything about y'all, but your boy over here has a personal vendetta against individuals, so it clouds y'all judgment, and the product is suffering. You see the analytics, you see the numbers, you see the view count, you see the comments. That's all that y'all care about. I don't care about that. I see the message dwindling, and I see it on your face because you actually are an objective thinker, but you can't get your shit off.
I was happy before you, and if you and I decide to part ways for whatever reason, I'll be happy without you.
I did everything. Hey, look at me. I marry me, baby. I pronounce us me and me.
No, see, this is the thing. This is the paradox of the red pill. Even if you're anti-red pill, you still get brainwashed and brain warped. He's so against red pill that he doesn't even see the message. I'm not red pill. I told y'all, I'm every pill. We are the limitless pill. So please subscribe to the channel, because that's not a symbolic, that's not conjecture. That is how our minds would think. I've never seen one Donovan Sharp manual. I've never read any of his ideology. I've seen a little bit of his rhetoric on Fresh and Fit, but I will show you and tell you who this man is just off of his mannerisms, how the walking down the aisle, how he presented his vows and everything. Guys, she passed all the tests, so he didn't have to marry her, okay? He gave his vows and married her and did the traditional marriage, traditional how it's supposed to be, because she earned that right. She went through all the bullshit of him acting tough online, with the cameras on. Then when the cameras cut off, he's like, "Sorry, babe. You know I had to put on that facade. Like, you know how we had to amp that up. But my bad. Like, what do you want for dinner?" Okay, she's just like, "Okay, I'll ride with it." Shorty rode through the whole storm, didn't disparage him online, didn't do anything to taint his name, and was holding it down. So he gave her that moment as a thank you, babe. Like, I got you. Okay. But he still in that moment has to recite his ideology, and it has to stay that way because he's going through it. He's doing that for her. That's a gesture for her because she passed every single test with flying colors. She actually was, whether you guys think it or not, quiet. There's nothing, you don't have to be that submissive. I don't think I wouldn't have gone that far with it. I like my women to have independent thought and we piggyback ideas so we grow. Like, I ask her, okay, what would you do in this scenario? Like, would you take the money or would you sell? Or would you sell would you double up and sell? Or, because we grow together. You feel me? But she passed every test. It's not him marrying himself. This is a selfless gesture. Watch the video objectively. That's the point of my video. It's a conglomeration of all the pills is what we should be for our significant other. That's how you get a wife to really love you. That walking down the aisle for Donovan Sharp, that was a powerful moment. And I'm not getting all lovey-dovey and shit. I'm understanding who he is as a man, what his principles are. Like if Kevin Samuels were to get married, in that moment, he still has to hold frame. He still has to recite the principles. The principles are, he was happy before, he will be happy after. That means a man should be on his purpose. I have fun playing football, training, building a foundation, laying concrete, just the mixture of the concrete, using a Brillo pad, using a Dremel. I enjoy that stuff throughout the day. And building things and seeing things slowly grow. That's the message. That if she does buck the system, he will still have that system in place. You're so against the red pill that you'd rather dance your way to success. This isn't so you think you can dance. You cannot dance your way into a relationship, brother. So I need you to understand that you have been brainwashed in the adverse, and there's principles and lessons you can learn from everything and everyone. Everything and everyone. Bill Clinton still considers Jeffrey Epstein one of his close pals. So I'm showing you that even the most evil people, there's people out there that still be like, yeah, that's my boy. You feel me? That might go over your head because you're looking in the mirror.
For eternity. You wasn't about to kiss yourself?
Oh.
Now, we can debate whether this is the same cut or a same day, or even the fact that he didn't have to go out to Savers or to the Salvation Army or to the local thrift store to buy this shirt. No, he has clothes identical to what Donovan Sharp wears. He went to his closet and said, "Oh, I'll cop the little velour joint, like remember the Sean John tracksuits with that same material, the velour joint, and I'll throw that on, showing off those traps, those clavicle traps. When I skip meals, like right now, I got clavicle traps." So I can make fun of him knowing I got clavicle traps, but he got them clavicle traps. So that open shirt that you didn't have to buy, that you already had in your arsenal, trying to make fun of the man, you enjoy looking at yourself in that mirror, don't you? There's days where I don't look at myself in the mirror. I wash my face. I don't look at myself in the mirror. I don't look at my body. It's probably from like bodybuilding days, but I'll go days without actually looking at myself in the mirror. Maybe a day or two, but it's very beneficial. It's good to get a gauge on what the haps is, but it's also good to not look at ourselves in the mirror. So this is a skit, but it's not really a skit, is it, Mr. Velour? There's one thing I did catch. There's one thing I just caught. What do we got going on here? What do we got going on here? Does this remind you guys of something? Yeah, is this like the Elmo chain? Elmo herringbone chain? What do we got going on here, man?
Good question, Dorothy. Let's watch Mr. Noodle catch a ball.
So we could go in on ad hominem and we could go that route, but why is your chain disappearing in the back of your neck? Please tell me that. Your neck look like it got a grill on. Talk to me, champ. The crazy part about it is Donovan Sharp goes and spends $800 on a ring, proposes. Let me finish that story where I cut it off with Shorty. She's still doing the go-go thing. She is tired from trying to work all day at the Art Institute, then working the nightlife. Or maybe she's actually found a guy. Who knows? Our minds play tricks on us, right? So a week and a half later, I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I was like, I need to get my woman, bro. I need to see her in person. So I spend $700 on a random instant flight to Austin. I get a tailored 3-piece suit. I go put the suit on. I'll take my bike out there. So when I get off at the airport, I'm like, damn, I ain't got a whip. So her work is actually in Red Rock or Round Rock or whatever, which is literally like the taxi. I don't think it was. Yeah, it was right before Uber. It was right before Uber even popped off. The taxi hit for like a 125. So I was already hurt off the rip. And I get there, and you would expect that in the grand scheme of things you think about all the great times you had. So when you surprise a woman that you've had so many good times, you expect her to react a certain way. But when you pop in, knowing her schedule, you pop in right before she's about to go to lunch, and it's a shock. What are you doing here? I see you. It's not a, oh my God, I can't believe you did this. It's a look of, oh my God, why are you here? Then you understand why me being vulnerable right now to y'all and telling you guys, women are the same as men. They're worse. So we got to harden the fuck up. That's why Donovan's message is so important. These guys don't get it or have saw the numbers in the algorithm and how they make their videos. Just like Andrew Tate, that's objective. We already know he going away for a long time, but he knows that works. He knows that the Lil Tay thing works. If you framing just a hard stance narrative where you cannot have an objective thought, these guys have lost all substance.
Today's topic, Puff Daddy's been arrested.
I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that you just got stopped. You didn't stop, but you got arrested.
I'm telling you, the feds were watching you. Every step you took,
every move you make.
We won't be missing you, okay?
For real, gentlemen, this cornball shit, it's a hit piece channel. 100%, it's a hit piece channel. They wait till MTR makes his content. They wait for Adam 22 to make his content. They wait for H3 to make their content. They wait for Flacco to make their content. And then they roll out their video, spewing the same shit that's already been said, that redundant rap, because they only care about the algorithm. Let's see what the numbers is talking about. Oh yeah, 14 hours ago, 375K. They could literally say, I love Nick Fuentes. I love everything Nick Fuentes stands for. I love Sneeko. I love Andrew Tate. And they still gonna hit 400K mil views. They don't care about the message. This has now become a hit piece channel. P. Diddy, 1,000 baby oils, IV bags, and freak offs. Okay, what have we not heard, man? 2.15 million subs, and all you do is roll out. At least Dog Pack 404, not found. At least he's bringing factual and new content to this platform. When I critique and analyze their channel, I would want to believe that this is organic and original content that I'm bringing to the platform. Because if you're going to call me out and I'm going to call you out, it's only going to make you want to get better. That's the basis of my content. This is a puff piece channel. That's all that this is now. 2.15 million subscribers. What a shame. You see that? Your boy wants to say something and combat your narrative, but he can't. Because you edit the videos and when you get annoyed, you forget to cut that out the video, champ. You should actually hire an editor. Because when you subliminally cut him off and don't let him get his shit off, like Eminem and 8 Mile, we see it.
It's all great. And then you decide, let me go ahead and talk shit about this guy that opened his home to me. The reason why I flipped out the way that I did is because I take loyalty extremely seriously.
Royalty to what?
Stop.
To what?
Yeah. Sorry, Fresh. Oh, my bad. Sorry, Preach. Got you guys confused real quick. You're still a prospect, even on your own channel. Let that sink in. Oh, this is Fresh and Fit, so Abba gotta get his shit off. This is his time to shine. I'm surprised that placard isn't directly behind Abba's head. You dig me? Even after your edits. So you can clean that up and, I don't know, maybe give props when props is due. Donovan Sharp just gained a whole bunch of points in my book, and I want him to gain some in yours as well, because if there is such a thing as a pill, there are no pills. The only pills that are accessible are to the elite, and they are the only ones that have access to them. They don't let that get distributed out to the masses. Just like Ozempic was supposed to stay just for the elites, they broke it out and let civilians get it for a high price tag. Yes, they have access to things we don't. But when you see the analytics and you see the numbers, you just go to your YouTube Creator Studio and you look at clicks, views, and bot comments and whatever it may be. But we are talking about a nuanced take on Abba and Preach. How many people have made an Abba and Preach video that's nuanced, that actually has hard facts, that's been brought to the table? It's not a lot of shock and awe. We're just having a conversation that I know that you know that this is who you are now. And being the biggest channel, pretty much the biggest channel, because all these other ones have gotten swallowed up, like Just Pearly things. Mr. Jason Black, even Jason Black. Jason Black has done videos off of my videos. Watching my videos, we're coming to the same conclusions because he's watched some of my videos. We follow the same content, but other than O'Shea will do a video about y'all. Y'all won't touch and go back and forth with O'Shea. Why? Because he got media guys. He's got editors. He's got, you pick your battles. But you both have lost all organic thought. And it's because of this man right here. The mastermind. Let me do this. Let me do that. No, is that racist? No, just kidding. But you're over here trying to clown this man for walking down the aisle with this woman when you were trying to riz Destiny's wife. Let's take a look if y'all forgot. Let's take a look.
Time. It's melt time.
Oh, she got the form. Okay, so we're just doing salsa. We're just going.
So you didn't even know this girl if it wasn't for Destiny. What are you doing grabbing Shorty arm? What are you proving? You guys talked about the dance and you dance. Unless there's some sort of dance where you can include Destiny, bro, you lose all homie points. You're not the homie. Just like you're not giving Fresh, Preach, damn it, I did it again, 50%. Because I know he don't get 50. Fresh, Preach, when you see my video, and you know you don't get 50, you should be a little bit mad, buddy. Pull out that Matlock. Pull out that concealed carry. Nah, you ain't got to do all that. But how did we let this man live this down? Because we like Destiny let it slide, but bro code and like homie code, we should have never let this slide. Abba, how are you able to talk about Andrew Tate when you follow the same kind of tactics, the scumball, sleazeball tactics? Let's remember who these guys really are and what they've come to. You know who it is. It's ICU. And everything about us is blue collar and we gets it out the mud. Please stay tuned.